When you go onto co-op mode and make or join an infinite exploration server, basically that's anything that says explore on it, every time what you always see when it's loading is this loading screen. The most interesting thing about this loading screen is that it tells you what the objective of infinite exploration is, which is to try and kill this number of aliens. And in case you don't know, as trying to read that number in a short amount of time is difficult, the number reads a whopping 2,147,483,647 aliens that should be killed. Honestly, this is actually quite large, and for sure, no one has ever actually killed that many aliens before. Like, goodness gracious, it would take a lot and a lot of patience to kill that many aliens. And one of my biggest questions is, what would happen once you successfully kill that many aliens? Of course, nobody knows the answer to this question, but in this video, I want to focus on a different question. If someone were to attempt to kill that many aliens, how long will they take? This is the question that I'm going to be focusing on trying to answer in this video, as I always wanted to know the answer to this question. Without further ado, let me start finding out the answer to how long will it take to kill 2,147,483,647 aliens. Now, before we can start with finding out the answer to that question, let's start with something more easier. How long will it take to just kill 1,000 aliens? Sure, that will still take a long time to do, but actually, with a strong will and good enough patience, this can be done in one sitting. Unlike killing 2 billion aliens, which, let me give my hypothesis here, is definitely going to take more than one sitting to accomplish, that's for certain. Anyway, so in order to find out the answer to the question, I created an infinite exploration server with the map being Banished Battlefield. I only used the weapon C322 Bluefire throughout the entire run, and had entire Argon armor except for the legs, which were Eagle, as I did not have Argon legs. And for the backpack, I used the UNCC LTD. Now, I got my stopwatch, and as soon as I pressed it, I, as quick as I could, hurried back to Starford 2, unpaused it, and started killing aliens. Now, when I was killing aliens, as time passed, 20 killed aliens became 50, 50 soon became 100, then 100 became 200, and it continued to increase. Around the 300 aliens killed mark, someone named Guest4560076 joined my server. He was a decent help in killing some aliens. And then at around the 370 aliens mark, another guest by the name of Guest4591178 joins my server. He was a complete beginner with full-on helium armor, but he ended up leaving shortly after, only to be replaced with Guest4591393. And then on the 430 aliens mark, a guest named Guest4590105 joined, and from 430 aliens to the 600 aliens killed mark, it was just these two until Guest4591313 ended up dying, leaving it to Guest4590105 and I. And let me tell you, Guest4590105 is the MVP in this run. He lasted from 430 aliens until his death around 750 aliens. And fun fact, he actually mythical respawned at 570 aliens. Anyway, at 780 aliens to 810 aliens, two guests, guest 4589477 and guest 452887 joined for a bit, then soon abruptly left. And from that time onwards, it was just me until 1,000 aliens were finally killed. Now, I checked the stopwatch and see how long it took to kill 1,000 aliens, and it took approximately 32 minutes to kill 1,000 aliens. Not bad, actually. I was expecting it to take around 45 to 50 minutes, and to see that it only just took about 32 minutes is sort of relieving. But of course, this does not mean that if you were to try and kill 1,000 aliens, it would also take 30 minutes for you as well. There were a lot of factors on my 1,000 alien killing session. First was that in the first 200 aliens, it was a breeze as one bullet from my assault rifle could kill any alien. And seeing as the C322 Bluefire has a very fast fire rate, yeah, very fast, isn't it? But that only lasted for so long, as when it came down to around 400 aliens being killed, the C322 Bluefire just was not so fast anymore as aliens increase in health over time. If maybe I had used a stronger assault rifle, I could have gotten 1,000 killed aliens quicker. Another thing that was affecting the time it took to kill the aliens was the players that joined. All those players that I mentioned did help in increasing the speed of the aliens being killed, but not as much as, first of all, most of them were noobs and did not have as powerful as weapons as I did. Even if they did, having more players in an infinite mode server does not increase the alien killing rate as much as you think it does. When there are more players, the amount of alien spawning does not increase or anything. It just stays the same. So really the only time the alien killing rate can somewhat be increased is when you and the other players are on opposite ends of the map killing aliens, which can boost the time up by a bit. Anyway, so if I want a more accurate answer of how long it will take to kill 1,000 aliens, I'm going to have to do another round of infinite exploration mode. This time, it will be on a harder map, which is Lava Core, and only be using the Comet Roman numeral 2 shotgun. Also, I'll be having my highest and strongest armor set. Unlike Banished Battlefield, Lava Core has more diverse range of aliens, and I feel like the Dempster and Mambo will be the most scariest ones and really will affect the time it takes to 1,000 aliens. Anyway, let me go make a server in Lava Core. I'll be right back. And done. I check my stopwatch here and see that it took 35 minutes to kill 1,000 aliens. Also, here's a list of all the people who joined my server along the way. Anyway, not that bad actually. I took roughly the same amount of time as I did with Banished Battlefield, and seeing how Lava Core only took 3 minutes more. You see, during my quest to 1,000 aliens in Lava Core, there were some times where the alien killing was slowed down by a ton. Mainly because they were starting to be overwhelming and I was trying to back away from them. Especially the Myth 371 and Black Mayfly. They were taking away scary amounts of health from me, and them being ranged made it so it was a lot easier for their projectiles to hit me. Well, you may be asking, how about the Tarkalion? That's range too. Wasn't that scary as well? Well, no, not really. The reasons why are because the two ranged aliens I mentioned could easily hit me, as they have pretty special abilities which the Tarkalion lacks. The Myth 371 can teleport, and if I'm not careful, a Myth 371 can teleport behind me and strike a deadly energy sphere at me. And for the Black Mayfly, they are positioned above the rest of the aliens, and in order to kill them, I would have to look up and then shoot. Since they are the only aliens which are positioned above while the rest of the aliens are below, it's easy to be oblivious of them and oftentimes notice them only once they take a shot at me. So it was actually the Myth 371 and Black Mayfly which were the scariest and really affected the time it took to kill 1,000 aliens, not the Mamble and Dempster. So I'm going to be doing one more infinite exploration round, and this time it's going to be at the hardest one possible, Planetary Fortress at heroic mode. And considering my current level of weapons and armor, I am more suited on taking Banished Battlefield heroic or Bizarre Greenhouse heroic, and maybe Frozen Pole heroic if I want a good challenge. Planetary Fortress at heroic mode would just be too much. Well, unless... You see, here's the thing. Snipers are kind of overpowered. They are already great in PvP, but in PvE, they are insane. Not only do they do an incredible amount of damage, but they can also hit multiple targets. In fact, an infinite amount. They are basically splash weapons, but unlike most splash weapons which can do moderate damage, snipers do massive damage. The only downside I can really think of is the slow fire rate, but honestly, the damage makes up for it on an enormous level. Anyway, one tactic that I've been using lately to gain a ton of gold is using my sniper on heroic Planetary Fortress. The insane amount of damage from the sniper just destroys the super high HP aliens, while easily gaining a large ton of gold fast. Since heroic Planetary is deemed too hard for my level, this is why I consider the sniper to be OP in PvE. I've been doing this for a while now, and I've actually killed 1,000 aliens before. But of course, I was not timing myself, and I honestly have no idea how much time it took to kill that many aliens while killing with the sniper. Which is why I am going to be playing Infinite Mode on Heroic Planetary Fortress again, and this time timing myself so I can see how long it actually took to reach 1,000 aliens on Planetary Fortress. So, let me just play and time myself. I'll be right back. I finally finished and gotten 1,000 aliens killed. Timed. So, I go see my stopwatch and see that it took around 38 minutes and 15 seconds. Of course, this was the longest time out of the 3 infinite exploration runs, as this was the hardest map. And considering all 3 runs, every single one took somewhere around the 30-minute mark, and considering that each run used a different weapon each time, now I am certain that the answer to the question how long it will take to kill 1,000 aliens is roughly around 35 minutes. The reason why I used a different weapon for each run is because I wanted to sort of capture each different playstyle of a Star Warfare player who would be attempting this. Not every player is going to be using snipers in infinite mode, and if I'd only sourced the time it took on one run, then it would be inaccurate, as there are many different ways people would be using to kill aliens. Since I was using a different weapon each run, I captured most of every type and style of alien killing. Anyway, so now that I know that the answer to how long it will take to kill 1,000 aliens is 35 minutes, by using math, I can figure out the time it would take to kill 2 billion aliens. So let's take 1,000 and multiply it by 10, which gives 10,000. Then let's have our 35 minutes and also multiply it by 10. 350 minutes. According to this calculation, it'll roughly take 350 minutes to defeat 10,000 aliens. Or to just simply word it, 5 hours and 50 minutes, which let's just simply round it to 6 hours. Now, 10,000 times 10 will give 100,000, and 6 hours times 10 will be 60 hours. It takes 60 hours to kill 100,000 aliens, and this is where it begins to take days, as remember that 24 hours is equal to 1 day, so 60 divided by 24 will give roughly 2.25 or something like that. I don't know. I did quick math, so it's a rough estimate. Anyway, so about 2 days and 5 to 6 hours of non-stop playing in order to reach 100,000 killed aliens. Oh gosh, that's just... I have no words. None. So now let's go to 1 million by multiplying 100,000 to 10 and 20 days by multiplying 2 times 10. It'll take 20 days to get 1 million aliens killed, guys. Seriously, math does not lie. It will take weeks of non-stop playing to get 1 million aliens killed. Let's keep continuing. 1 million times 10 gives 10 million, and 20 times 10 gives 200 days. Last time it was taking weeks to a certain number. Now it's taking months. Around 7 months to be more precise. Anyway, 10 million times 10 equals 100 million. And 200, oh gosh, times 10 equals 2,000 days. To kill 100 million aliens will take 2,000 days, or to scarily simply put it, around 7 years. 7 years, everyone. We are not even at 1 billion yet, and already we are at a massive, no, impossible amount of time. So now we know it'll take an unreachable amount of time, but hey, this video is about finding out how long it'll take to kill the big number, so let me go on. I'm almost done. 100 million times 10 will finally give us the big billion. So 7 years times 10 is 70 years. And now to finally end this video and find out roughly how long it'll take to kill 2 billion aliens, 1 billion times 2 equals 2 billion. So that will mean 70 years times 2 equals 140 years. 140 years to kill the 2 billion aliens. Oh, and if that is not enough, let's add the other 147 million aliens, and that will estimately give around 150 years. Yup, the grand absolute answer for how long it will take to kill 2,147,483,647 aliens is about 150 years. You know, I was going to end this video by telling you guys tips and strategies on how you can reach the number of 2 billion killed aliens, but considering it will take 150 years, honestly, if we are going to try and find out what happens once you kill 2 billion aliens, just hack or look into the Star for 2 game files